Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Zach. Today we're doing the ECOMI VEVE video. Currently the price is 5943 on the low of 5762 on a high of 6168 over the past 24 hours. Obviously updating as I spoke to 5947 over the past 24 hours. Okay, let's go for what's happening here. Okay, two things we want to talk about in this video specifically. I want to talk about No Time to Die, and I want to talk about a little bit about the VeVe Metaverse. Some interesting theories and stories and stuff have come up that I want to go over. Okay, with that said, let's start off with the official stuff. This was posted a few hours ago. We have had new information since then, but let's go over it. The next piece in the No Time to Die series depicts the detailed schematics for the stealth glider designed by Q, which 007 and Nomi used to infiltrate Safin's lair. Drops 20th February at 8 AM PT. So of course we can see here, this looks like the actual, here we go, brilliant. So we can see right here the different sort of it's the aircraft that is being or was made or whatever. It's a blueprint if you like, top secret as we can see there. You can't see it because I'm covering it. There we go, secret, Q branch, etc. Very cool for specifically very hardcore James Bond fans. And then we have more recently, when 007 suddenly finds himself under attack by Spectre agents in Italy, he knocks out the lead henchman and takes his motorcycle. Add the official Triumph scamber. Oh, okay, so that's actually an actual make. Okay. Add the Triumph Scambler 12,000 from No Time to Die to your collection on the same day. Is it at the same time as well? It's no. So it's 4 hours later than the No Time to Die poster. Gotcha. So the question is, are we going to be able to ride this? That would be so cool, right? Obviously we know, and we've seen a bit of drive ability when it comes to the DeLorean. So yeah, it's always going to be interesting to see how that goes. For some reason I'm doing this because I can hear some weird static or something in my left ear bed. Anyway, that being said, this looks very interesting. The question is obviously how much is it going to be for resale value, etc. For one, I assume that we'll see the information that we need to know regarding price and stuff literally tomorrow. It would be interesting to see them switch these announcements up a little bit as far as how they do it, because we're seeing the same thing very, very regularly now. Even I think as much as I think prior to season 1, I think we were seeing the same backgrounds. It would be cool to see some sort of quality of life changes as far as simply different graphics, right? Maybe a different color of some sort. Maybe this is a house style that VeVe wants. And also, it would be nice to see I think part of the reason why, because I've stopped reporting on every single Marvel comic, for example, right? It would be cool to see them announce these things in different formats, in different ways. Everything through the official VeVe channel so that people know what's actually happening. But I think that it would be cool, for example, I mean, we do see some video adverts sometimes, and that's really cool that we see those, and I generally cover those. But yeah, I think it'd be cool, for example, for us to see information pop out, because right now what I do is I report on this stuff and then I can't talk about the list price or anything else really. It would be cool if we kind of had everything at the same time, but that being said, that's just that awesome stuff to see. And of course I'll keep you up to date with what happens with the 007 drop. It's also interesting to see, of course, that this is after the film has released, right? So after the hype has gone, basically, and we're still seeing more from MGM. So that's awesome to see. And of course, my question is, what else do we see from MGM? That being said, a very interesting conversation I saw pop up recently was with Randy Chavez and Asian Dan. Me and Asian Dan want to have a bet. I believe the VeVeVerse will be launched this year, where our avatars can explore, where we can buy land, and there will be buildings everywhere. If I'm wrong, I buy him and his wife a dinner. If I'm right, he buys me a dinner. Okay, so for one, at least we're not having piss drinking contests. That's always a good start. So where does this go? Well, let's have a look at what people are saying. I love you both, but my money is on Dan. This is from ECOMI Truther. I want you to be right, but this project moves at a very measured pace. If you are right, though, OMG. I agree to this bet. This is from Dan himself. Obviously, I want Randy to win, but I believe based on what we have heard about the VeVeVerse so far, I do not think the VeVeVerse will be this advanced. I'm seeing more of an expanded social show room, VeVeVerse 1.0. You're not winning this one, brother. Everyone on their timeline has been pushed back significantly. Be lucky to get MCP and web app this year. And of course, Randy going harder, fair play. It's all very respectful though, and that's something I really do like. That being said, what do I think is going to happen? Well, I think it's really difficult / impossible to really know. Or to even make any sort of, we can make somewhat educated bets and guesses when it comes to this, but right now we haven't really seen anything that I think shows us that we are to expect something huge when it comes to, and what I'm talking about, let's quantify huge. Huge, in my opinion, would actually be what Randy Chavez and Asian Dan are currently defining, right? So where our avatars can explore, where we can buy land, and where there will be buildings everywhere. Now, what does that mean exactly? Because like buildings everywhere is me thinking about Grand Theft Auto 5 and like Los Santos, for example. And I don't see that happening this year, at least. I can see it happening, but I can't see it happening this year. Buying land itself as well is quite a component, right? It's not like it's never been done before, because we see Sandbox and Decentraland seeing some crazy advancements and developments when it comes to brands buying in on the space. We recently even just saw JP Morgan open up a lounge in Decentraland. But I don't, if this is happening, VeVe has managed to keep an incredibly tight lid on it. Because there's nothing right now that I think at least shows us that we should be expecting anything of this magnitude in the next 12 months, or in the next 10 months technically now. I think what we have right now that's the closest thing to it, which is what someone here said, is something, maybe it was this was actually Dan himself. He was saying that an expanded social showroom of VeVe Verse 1.0. I think that's maybe closer, but the reason why this is so difficult is because, like I say, VeVe is keeping a really tight lid on this. I don't know that they need to keep it this tight, honestly. I think that they could be teasing stuff more, and it might be that we see teasers, let's say, in the next month. Because the thing is that VeVe's in a weird place as far as I'm concerned right now, and here's why. It is by far one of the most premium products in the NFT scape right now when it comes to AR and the models themselves looking brilliant. So I don't really see any other projects that are doing it to this level yet. But very clearly I say yet, because what they are doing, I don't think it's going to, I think it will be possible for other interesting projects, and the amount of money that is being poured into the space now with venture capital is beyond belief. I feel like on my other channel, I'm simply talking almost every day about another $100 million fund being raised by Sequoia Capital or any other VC firm into loads of different projects. Animoca brands are putting a lot of money into stuff. So, after looking through the entire space, realistically, there's a lot of money. Now, I know that some of you, including myself, would say to that, well, money doesn't mean that you have everything. And I know that. I'm very aware of that, because I've I've taken an extended hiatus from making Valorant videos, and Riot is one of the richest companies in the world when it comes to video games, at the very least. And there's a lot of incompetencies happening within the Valorant ecosystem right now, which is what's led me to taking an extended hiatus. So I'm not saying that these other brands who have loads of money are going to stomp on VeVe, but VeVe doesn't have too long to be slow about this, or to be measured pace about this, shall we say. I do think that we need to start seeing some stuff, not now. I'm not like saying we're in a rush, but there is only so long that VeVe has, I think, to show up for the VeVeverse specifically. Does that mean that VeVe is in a bad place? No, I don't think it is at all. I think there's definitely a lot of critics, some more understandable than others, when it comes to VeVe. And when it comes to what the actual offering for VeVe is, do we need it to be the most advanced metaverse? Some of you might think so. Some of you might not think so. Currently, though, VeVe completely loses on the metaverse front. And why is that? It's because we don't have a metaverse. It's pretty simple. If you don't have a metaverse, you can't be even on the stage for competing metaverses with, say, Decentraland, say Roblox, not Roblox, sorry, Sandbox. You just can't say that we even compete. Now, that being said, we do compete on the product front. There's no one else making these level of products, and the AR, etc. is awesome, right? But what point do other companies be able to get that? Because Al Khan, with as much influence as he has, my personal actual guess here is that Al Khan is not Al Khan isn't just helping VeVe. And that's not to say that Al Khan's a double agent for another company of Quid or whatever. That's not what I'm saying. I firmly believe that Al Khan is strictly doing stuff for VeVe, which is awesome. But what I'm getting at is that he's indirectly, I think, helping the Web3 space in general, actually. Because, you know, a lot of what I think makes it difficult to get these licenses on board is not just the nature of these licenses, Disney, Pokemon, etc. Obviously not confirmed Pokemon, to be clear, but is getting it onto blockchain, which is a very dirty word, or has been. But now we're seeing more and more institution and more money get into the space now, right? And more than money again, we're seeing institutions. We're seeing Microsoft, Spotify, Apple, Sony, with PlayStation. We're seeing every single major company, Walmart, etc., get into the Web3 space. Blockchain is becoming less and less of a dirty word to corporations now. And with that happening, and with there being proof that it can actually work, having your IP associated with blockchain being VeVe, realistically, I think the work that Al Khan is doing is going to help other companies too. It's going to help Quid, it's going to help Rika, it'll help. Is it Palm NFT, the one that DC's working with? I can't remember now. There's a number of companies though that are going to try and do what VeVe's doing, or something similar, right? And they can very easily point to what VeVe has done. Not to say this is what we're going to do, but to say that it actually can work. So these IPs won't be so scared of the blockchain. But again, most major IPs, if anything, aren't really that scared of blockchain anymore. In fact, they're trying to get into it. So yeah, I'm not sure where things go at all. And I guess what I'm trying to say is that realistically, I'll be trying to keep a very objective view and analysis over VeVe over the next year and so forth. Because, you know, doing stuff in other projects with Web3, I am seeing where the competitors start to form, right? And I'm not saying VeVe's not doing well, but, you know, there needs to be progress, and it needs to be over time. And to be very clear again, I don't think that there's anything bad happening with VeVe. I don't think this isn't a dooms video. It's just me thinking about where does VeVe go in relation to what Randy has tweeted about here, because it sparks an interesting discussion. And I think what I might start doing as well is I'm considering live streaming myself playing Grand Theft Auto Roleplay on here. Now, unfortunately, GTA RP doesn't have blockchain involved, but if it did, it would basically be the world's most sophisticated metaverse in the gaming sphere. And I think it would be helpful for some of you to see it. I mean, to be fair, I think at this point, like when I first joined the community and I started the channel, I think a lot more of you were less aware of what gaming metaverse looked like. I think maybe now more of you are aware. I've seen some really interesting chatter about VR chat and stuff, which is close enough to metaverse stuff. But anyway, that being said, I'm rambling on. Have a great day, everyone. Let me know what your thoughts are. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next VeVe Metaverse Web3 video.